Hey everybody! All right, this week we're going to be looking at some of our dance vocabulary. We're going to be looking at some short words and some big words that are related to dance and our dance concepts that are important to know and that can help inspire our creativity and the way that we move and navigate our bodies in space. Let's get started. Taking a look at this beautiful item. Can you see? Can you see? Oh no, it's too small. You cannot see from there. Allow me, please, to bring it closer for you to see. Here we have our dance vocab words. And this might look a little familiar to you if you've had creative movement with me in the past. We're going to go through and take a look at all of these different concept words and learn about what exactly they mean and how we can use them in our creative movement class. Here we go. Can you follow along with me while we explore these elements of dance? First, we're going to talk about space. 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 Moving through space, moving across space, taking up a lot of space, taking up a little tiny bit of space, jumping through space, sliding through space, spinning in space, and dancing through our space. We can move in our self space, which is moving in one spot, doing a non-locomotor movement in our self space, or we can travel through space, doing locomotor movements. And we can use all the space that we have available to us. Energy. Are there times when you have a lot of energy? You can just dance and jump around and sing. And is there times when you don't have a lot of energy? You'd rather just sit down and cuddle up with the blankie and maybe read a book or take a little nap? Well, energy in dance is similar to those kinds of energy. When we talk about energy, we're talking about how we are moving through the space we've talked about. With high energy, light on our feet and happily. Are we doing that with smooth energy? Smooth and soft and slow. Are we doing that with sharp energy? Sharp energy makes me think of a robot dance. Shape. Shape refers to what our body is looking like. What sort of shape are we making with our body? We did a lesson on body shape, where we talked about how shapes can be straight, how shapes can be angular, how shapes can be twisted, or how shapes can also be curved. Shape is one of the most visually apparent concepts in dance. We can make these kinds of shapes on our own, or also make shapes as a group. We can make shapes with formations of different people standing in different positions making a shape. Think about when you're in a circle with a group, you are making that shape together, that body shape as a group. And we can also make a circle with our bodies, right? Rhythm. Rhythm is music's pattern in time. Rhythm. Rhythm refers to the length of time between each major beat, between each major accent, and a piece of music. And in dance, we often move to the beat, or our movements correlate with the rhythm in some way. Maybe we make intentional movements to go against the beat of the song. Maybe we move on the beat or clap with the beat. The beat is the rhythm. The rhythm is the beat. There can't be a melody without rhythm. And rhythm is a very important dance concept. Pathway. Pathway. Pathway is a very exciting part of dance. Pathway tells us how we're moving through that space. Are we moving on a straight line? Now remember, I'm moving diagonally, but that is straight. I went straight along this pathway. I traveled straight through space to over here. I can go straight. Pathway moving backwards as well. Another type of pathway is curvy. I can go on a curvy pathway and I can move all around the room. Now watch my feet. I'm moving on a curvy pathway. And we also have zigzag. Zigzag pathway. Zigzag pathway, like the letter Z, moves in a zigzag form. So we can go to one side, and then to the other, and then to the other side, and back, and back, and back. And it's like a lightning bolt. Zigzag pathway going forward, and a zigzag pathway going back. Pathway is the invisible trail that we leave upon the ground. Think about your feet. Think about them having paint all over them. You dunk your toes in some paint. You dunk your other toe in some other paint. And what sort of pathway do you paint upon the ground? Have you ever gone outside and walked in a muddy puddle or walked upon the grass and without realizing it, got mud on your feet and maybe accidentally trekked it into the house? Well, your footprints that were left on the ground, that shows your pathway into the space of your home. Have you ever been in a snowy field or gone to the park when the fresh little frosty layer of dew is on the grass and you can move through that space and you can see where you walked? That is your pathway. Size. We have small, medium, and large size. In dance, when we're talking about size, we're talking about what you are doing with your body at that time. So if I have my arms tucked in or my arms straight up, the size that I'm making is small. Even though I'm bringing my arms up taller than my head is, I'm still small, because when we talk about size in dance, we're talking about how wide we are stretching our body. Now, we have small, and then we have medium size, medium. My arms are away from my body, my legs are out from my body a bit, and I am making a medium shape. I'm making a medium shape when I do this as well. I'm making a medium shape, even if I just have one leg out as well. Medium. Now, large. When I go large, I really go large. My arms are out all the way. My legs are stretched. And I am making a large shape. Whew. Now, when we make large shapes in dance, sometimes they only last for a moment and then they come back into small. Sometimes the whole movement can be really large. Level. We have high, middle, and low level. So when we last talked about size, we were talking about how wide we are stretching our body. Now when we're talking about level, we're talking about how high from the ground our body is in space. So if our hands are on the ground, or our head is on or near the ground, this is low level. If I'm sitting on the ground, I'm in low level. Now, as soon as my knees come up off the ground, but they might be bent in some way, this is middle level. Middle level. I'm moving in middle level. But now I'm in high level. I'm standing up tall. I have my arms up and out. But this is high level as much as this is high level. My head is the same distance off the ground. We have high, and then let's push our elevator button. Boop. We're gonna go down to middle level. Boop. We're gonna go down all the way to low level. Let's take it back up to middle. Boop. Up to high, and we made it back. Speed. Slow. We have medium, and we have fast. Slow. This is in self-space because I haven't traveled yet, but now I will travel slowly. Slow motion. We have medium speed, medium speed, medium speed. And then we have fast. Woo! Fast style of dancing. And I think you all know all about slow, medium, fast. Woo-wee! All right, that may have felt like a lot of information, but it's some really, really good things to know of when you're thinking about dance that you're doing, as well as when you're watching and making observation of other dancers. Dance that you might see on TV or you might see live, or someone when we are able to do big birthday parties and those sorts of things again, and you see people gather and dance. You'll notice the speed, the rhythm. You'll notice the different shapes that they're making or the pathways that they're using as they move across the floor. And so when we're thinking about these different dance concepts, I want you to know that they are all working all the time and they're working together. So when we talk about them separately, it's a way for us to make sense of the different elements of dance in our mind and to help us plan and discuss different kinds of dance forms, but know that they are all elements working together all the time. And that's kind of exciting because you can break something down by its element and really work on those individual pieces of the puzzle. So I hope this was fun for you, and I'm sure you learned some new things, and I hope you enjoy exploring what these concepts mean as we continue to learn new choreography in our dances and explore movement in many creative ways. Share your thoughts and groovy dance moves on Seesaw.